Hello and welcome back to Everything Between podcast. Episode is number 12 now, yeah, I believe. Yes, it is.
12,
Yeah.
12.
Okay, and the second episode of Prove Me Wrong. If you've watched the first one, you would have seen that I lost, and now I'm the one picking the winner today and the loser. So, you guys ready?
You said you were going to shave your head and that's all you fucking did.
Hey, fuck that! That's well enough.
Yeah, he shaved his head.
Yeah.
To a degree.
But,
Yeah.
what things have we got today for the consequences, guys?
There is some same from last week, but I've added a new one, which I probably should have ran by you first, but I did it 5 minutes ago. So there's 3 from last week, which is reveal a secret, eat a raw egg, or eat a spoonful of sauce.
Okay.
And there is spray deodorant in your mouth.
Oh my god.
That's not too bad.
I mean,
In fact, let me add another. Let's add the control social media one again.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I don't know why that was removed.
Right, so today, guys, I'll be picking, obviously, and then we'll get straight into it. And then next one, it's probably going to be Jack picking who's the winner.
Yeah, probably.
So,
yeah.
Right, let's get started with the first one then.
Which one are we starting with?
We'll start with the light-hearted one. Let's do Family Guy or Simpsons.
Okay. You choose who wants to go, Tiago.
Who's got Family Guy?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Go on, Callum.
Callum knows. That's it.
Right.
Take a loser drink. Take a drink. You're still salty about them quizzes, aren't you? Right.
Yeah.
So, with Family Guy, obviously the humor's more dark. I feel like people kind of would relate to Family Guy a lot more as well. Obviously, that's the dark humor. You are very much into dark humor, Tiago, and I feel like Simpsons lacks that a bit compared to Family Guy. So
Okay.
I don't know if Jack has accounted for that one or. Without the Simpsons, there would be no Family Guy.
Okay, that's true. Yeah.
No, there wouldn't be. Absolutely not. You can tell. Just by watching Family Guy, you can see a shit ton of Simpsons influences, and The Simpsons was a groundbreaking TV show at the time when it came out because it was never really done like that before. Not to my knowledge anyway. So, yeah, that's the argument I've got against your argument. Now, the dark humor thing, yeah, The Simpsons was kind of lighter on the dark humor, but there is dark humor in The Simpsons, but for the time.
Yeah, okay.
The time, that humor was, I assume, when it started early 90s or just about the 90s, that was the type of humor. But you get into the 2000s or late 90s where you had the likes of South Park coming out, Beavis and Butthead in the mid 90s, and then the tide of that type of humor started to turn. Obviously, South Park just fucking went crazy, you know what I mean? But I do think The Simpsons, all those shows owe a lot to The Simpsons. And in one of the books by these TV writers, The Simpsons is regarded as the second or third greatest TV show of all time because of the cultural impact it had. So.
Fair enough, right?
I feel like Simpsons has run its course a bit though. Like it's gone on for too long at this point. Like what, on season 30 or something now?
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
You could say the same for Family Guy too, though. Well, but
Family Guy's like on season 19 now, I think.
Yeah, The Simpsons is on like season 30. It's like,
because this is what
should have ended a while ago. Both shows probably should have ended, at the height of their peak. But they're still going.
This is where I'm at the minute because I'm going with this video like even if I have like a favorite, I'm going like neutral and I'm gonna hear whichever. Even if I have one favorite one, whoever persuades me the most, I'm gonna go for it. Because at the minute, Family Guy is my favorite show, but at the minute, Jack's edging me a bit more with The Simpsons.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I want to hear a bit more because I feel like there's more that could be said.
I mean, I don't think there is much more to say about it, really. Is there?
Who do you think has more creative episodes?
Oh.
I feel like you would have to give it to The Simpsons for that one, to be fair, just because of how many episodes they have had. Because
Okay.
obviously they've had a lot longer runtime than Family Guy.
Yeah.
The Simpsons has had more to play with, put it that way. And look at all the
Okay.
guest stars on The Simpsons. Like, you
There's been,
look up,
yeah, you can name most Hollywood celebrities.
yeah, exactly. Who have all wrestlers as well. There's shit ton
Yeah.
of wrestlers who have had, guest stars on there, and even their side characters, like Sideshow Bob, is played by Kelsey Grammer.
Shit, really?
Yeah, and
Fucking hell.
David Hyde Pierce, who plays Frasier's brother in Frasier, also did his brother in The Simpsons as well. So
Right. I'm shocked about Kelsey Grammer, I didn't know that was who played Sideshow Bob.
yeah.
Mad.
So
But
cool.
I feel like with Family Guy, a lot more work goes into it. Like, if you think how many voices Seth MacFarlane has to do for that, because obviously he plays Peter, Brian, Stewie, a bunch of other characters. I feel like
Quagmire as well.
Quagmire, yeah. I feel like he has to put a lot of work into it, which pays off well.
Sometimes their humor, though, I feel like is just dark humor for the sake of dark humor. Like, there's just no reason for some of the dark humor that they have.
Okay.
Like, it's just saying controversial things for the hell of it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, let's do that. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
This is
Yeah.
And it got cancelled and came back.
yeah.
So,
This is the only thing that would make me edge off The Simpsons. Do you know the horror episodes they do each year?
Treehouse.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've tried to rewatch some of The Simpsons, and I've seen some horror ones that are exactly pretty much the same episode. Of The Simpsons, the horror one.
Oh yeah, probably.
That's like
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
But I agree with you on Family Guy as well, because Family Guy, some episodes are fantastic, but then some episodes you watch, you can tell it's like quick writing or forced like episodes.
But
Yeah.
I think both shows have phoned it in over the years, though. Not that I've
100%.
watched, not that I've watched The Simpsons in a very long time, or Family Guy. I haven't watched
What
Family
was the
Guy
last
in
season
years.
of Simpsons you reckon you were on?
Oh, do you know what? I wouldn't have a clue because it's not a show. It's both shows aren't shows you can keep up with.
No,
True.
not really. I've
Both
never really
shows.
thought, okay, I'm on this season, this
Yeah.
episode.
It's just sort of something that's on
Exactly.
TV. It's sort of something that's on TV, and you're like, oh, I'll watch it, but you don't even give a shit what season you're on.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I watched the Simpsons Family Guy crossover,
Oh, I love that.
which is like kind of ironic. I just remembered that just as we were talking.
That was amazing. That
That's
episode.
probably the last one, but even that came 10 years too late.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you
Right.
know what I mean? So
Let me answer this one then. I feel like I don't know actually, because you gave really good valid points. Because my dark humor is one of the most important things to
That's
me.
what I was trying to pray on with you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Family Guy because my dark humor's just it beats everything.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and I laugh more at
Sort
Family
of-
Guy than The Simpsons. And yeah,
Yeah,
Go-
you dropped
yeah.
the ball on that one though, didn't you?
Yeah.
You really dropped the ball on that answer, didn't you? Oh, well.
Go on, Callum's got one.
Right.
Next one. Do you want to do one of yours? Because you guys have got one, or do you want to do all mine first?
I'm
Doesn't
not too fussed.
Whatever's on the list. Yeah, whatever's on the list.
Okay, I'll do the. Let's do 4 guns in America and then against it.
Okay.
Who's who?
Jack can go first. Jack's for gun control.
Okay, go on, Jack.
No, I'm against guns in America.
Yeah, I said you're for gun control.
Oh yes, I am for
Yeah.
gun. All you've got to do is look at the statistics of gun crime in America, and you sort of got to think, well, why isn't there a control on guns? Because if a mentally ill person who's not been treated can go out and buy a gun and then one day just say, "Oh, I'm going to shoot up a school," then how does that make any sense? Do you know what I mean? Lives are being lost because of people's inability to keep the gun control, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yep.
look at all the school shootings that happen. You know, you get some guy who's a bit of an outcast, which happens a lot in America, and they get a gun and start shooting people because of what they're feeling, and then they say, "Oh, it's a tragedy." Look how many school massacres there've been in American history, and it's just crazy. Because I feel like, you know, if you can control gun control and just say, right, if you're using it for hunting purposes, even that's ethically, morally wrong, but we can't talk because we eat meat, so it doesn't really bother us.
Okay.
But if you say, okay, if you're doing it for hunting purposes, you can have a license. If you're doing it, if you need protection, that's a tricky one. The protection for your own protection, you need a gun is a really tricky subject.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean.
yeah, it's some areas of America, isn't it, that are really rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even then, even if they're not, you've got a gun for protection, and you can just shoot anyone anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's why
I get what
I'm
you mean.
definitely against it.
Yeah, because America's wants it for good reasons, but it always comes back in the worst outcomes. I get what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean,
Yeah.
I can it's one of the amendments, isn't it? I think it's like their third, fifth amendment or something. I can't remember, but so it's a pretty big American culture. Guns, always has been, always probably will be. They're not going to
Yeah.
change that,
Never.
which is a bit of a shame because I think, in order to stop massacres and just mindless people dying, then I think there does need to be control. I mean,
Yeah.
just have a look at the guy the other day who's only out for a run. When two white
I saw about
supremacists
that.
came out and just shot him for no particular reason, just because he was a different skin color.
Yeah.
Like, why? It's just stupid to me. There's no need for it to happen. It's preventable if they didn't have a gun.
It's lives that are just being lost unnecessary. I get what you mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Through guns. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, Callum.
Well, I kind of feel like you did for my last question last time, where I really don't want to fucking go for this. But the point I'm going to make is picture you're sleeping at, say you've got a family, you've got two little kids, someone breaks into your house, you now have your gun to defend yourself and your family. Whereas if you if you didn't have that gun, who knows what could happen. That's the only
Okay.
point I'm making.
Okay.
Because I already know Jack's won and I want Jack to win.
Okay. Yeah. That's a very fair
Yeah.
point as well. But obviously, I'm gonna have to give it to
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, it was a hard one to one to go for, really. To be
Yeah.
I'm just out here after Callum after what he did to me last time with the
I
Conservatives.
didn't do it to you. I didn't do that to you. Jack picked Labour before you did.
I just went straight to it. I went straight to it.
But yeah, okay, 1-1. Right. Fucking hell, I forgot some of my things. Death penalty. That's one of them. Right, for and against death penalty. Who? Let's go for. I don't know which one of you have got it. Let's go for against.
Right, that's me.
Okay.
So the death penalty, it's not a punishment because they're not suffering. If you get what I mean, like if you're in prison, you're in prison for life. Whereas if you get the death penalty, it's essentially an easy way out for you. You don't have to spend your life behind bars.
Okay, 100%.
Like say someone murders a bunch of people. Why does that then make it right to kill that other person instead of letting them just suffer for the rest of their life in prison?
Okay. You can just chime in, Jack, if you want to count.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is also a bit of a tricky one because I'm not really sure if I'm actually. I didn't really think of this one. I just said, okay, I'll just go for it and see what I can come up with.
But just to give you a warning, I'm really 50-50 with this one. So this one's like
Yeah.
the least biased one I could be. So.
So am I. So,
Yeah.
in a hypothetical world, just say one of my family members dies through a gunshot or a stab wound, or someone kills them with their bare hands or anything horrific like that.
Okay.
And I find out he's getting 20 years in jail. And then it's over in 20 years and he runs free. He's free from. Would I want him to suffer the same fate as one of my family members? To be honest, yeah, I probably would. I probably would want him to die straight away because why else? Why wouldn't I? Rotting in jail is no punishment for me because he's still alive. He's still breathing, even though he's living. Even though he or she or whatever might live with the guilt, the guilt, that doesn't bother me. Like, I just think if you kill someone, you need to die as well.
Okay. Do you?
Yeah,
Go on,
but
go on.
if you're killing them, like I said, that's an easy way out. Whereas if they're in prison, that is them behind bars. That is them with no freedom. That is them with certain times to do certain things.
You'll be
Whereas,
surprised in this country how much freedom you get in prison. I think.
well, I wouldn't know. I've never been.
I think you.
I don't know. I don't know why I made out as if you've been to prison.
Yeah, no. Jack
Yeah.
was in jail for 10 years in Australia.
Exactly. You'll see. I think American prison is that's on TV and stuff like that. I think it's just a dark, gritty version. Do you know what I mean? Because
I feel on TV it's glorified.
that's what
Everything's
what I'm
glorified
trying
on
to get
TV.
at. Yeah. But I think some prisons in this country, with the government we've got, they might not get as much time as you want them to in prison. You kill someone, you may only get like 5 years for it. Not that I know, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically,
Yeah.
if you kill someone, they say, oh, yeah, all he did was stab someone, a family member's lost their life. You've got to deal with the grief of that for years to come. And this person sits in fucking jail for 5, 10, 15 years. And then after that, he gets out.
Yeah,
And
but I feel like more often than not they get life. They get a life sentence.
Okay, I'll give you an example of this. Not that not that I'm not going to name names. Probably because I
Thiago
fucking hate-
Brito.
Yeah, exactly. When I went to school with a girl who whose mum got brutally murdered by their dad.
Okay,
Okay, chopped her
Right.
up. You've heard the story. You've heard the story. Yeah,
I have.
yeah. Chopped her up. I was in the same class as that girl. My dad knew their dad.
Shit.
Right? That was 2000, 2000, I think. Now he is coming out this year. He only served 20 years. You know
Jeez.
what I mean? Only served 20 years. He chopped her up and threw her in the train track like she was nothing, like she was just bits of trash.
Was this in
Jesus.
was this in UK or Australia?
UK.
UK.
This town, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Jeez.
Now I'm not going to name names because I've actually forgotten the name, but
Yeah. Oh,
I
you would have.
yeah, I was in the same class as the daughter, so
Jesus, that's insane.
yeah, I think it was before you guys were born, to be perfectly honest.
Well, if it was 99, it depends what.
99, 2000, yeah, it depends. If
Yeah,
it's 99, it depends when.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to get at. Like 20 years and he's out.
Yeah.
Think of all the things.
Yeah, but that's
the
20
kids
that's
stuff.
20 long excruciating years, whereas death sentence just
20 years goes quicker than you think.
when you but
Fucking tell me about it.
when you sat in prison with fuck all to do, but it go quick.
Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, you're right. But I don't know because it's been 20 years and it's done. Do you know what I mean? So
I reckon we do what do you call it, an experiment to see if it is long. One of you get arrested for 20 years.
do podcasts
No.
in prison.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that bang views.
It would,
It would actually. Yeah, that's very true.
I'm gonna go for. Let me think. I'm struggling with this one.
Thiago, if someone killed one of your family members, what would you want them to happen? That gives you your answer then.
Okay. I'd want them to die, but I'd want them to suffer before they died. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
I don't know what to vote for.
Well, in that case, if you want them to suffer before they die, it's life in prison.
Yeah,
but don't forget, they still get to breathe. They still get to breathe, and they may not have much of a life, but it's still a life.
Fucking hell, this is hard.
Yeah, but usually, right? Apparently, in prison there is a hierarchy where like murderers, like just
if you're
disgusting
if you're
people. They're at the very bottom,
if
so
you're
they get.
Rapist, if you're a rapist,
Yeah.
you're fucked in prison.
Yeah, true.
It's like Ian Ian Brady, one of Moore's murderers, he apparently just kept getting beaten the shit out of in prison. That's what he did.
Right, I'd want him to suffer a lot, just so he'd get revenge. I'm gonna go for Callum.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-1, right?
Wrong choice, but okay.
Fuck you. Right. The next one is school teaching us beneficial things to like become an adult or not?
Do you want to start, Jack? Because I started
go on.
last one.
What are you going for, Jack?
Oh, did you? I'm gonna go with this. The school doesn't teach you. Was it school doesn't teach you about life, isn't it?
It's just what we need, I think.
Yeah, what you need for your life.
Oh, no, not particularly. Not for me anyway. My personal experience. I never
Okay.
I never did school really, to be honest. I mean, I went to classes and stuff, but I was never a bright kid. I was always getting into trouble, and I mean, that's my own fault. That's my own fault. But I think to myself, why the fuck are we learning about maths? What do I need maths for? If I needed a maths question solved, I'll just go on my phone. Like, I don't actually need it in my own life. You know what I mean?
Okay. No, okay.
In terms of, all the other subjects, I mean, learn about history, yeah, is good, but when are you ever going to need that in regular life? Unless you're going to be a history teacher or a historian or learn about a certain thing that happened. Geography, obviously, we need to know where countries are just for general knowledge, but...
Can you not learn that stuff online, though?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, if you wanted to. So, another story is when I was getting ready to go to college, when I met you boys, one of the guys who was doing our interviews.
Induction and stuff.
Yeah. He was like, so what's your maths and English? And I was like, I thought to myself in my head, I'm like, well, fucking hell, I'm doing a media course. Why the fuck do I need to know about maths and English? Do you know what I mean?
I do agree with that.
I want to learn about media, which we didn't really do much of because that media class was fucking awful and wasn't what I wanted out of the course.
Tell me about it.
Exactly.
Fucking hell, I had to meet you pricks.
Yeah. I've regretted that day ever since. And so I was just thinking to myself, I think life in general teaches you about life.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. But like something I was trying to say is like, do you think we should be learning about like taxes and stuff, getting prepared for like stuff like that?
Well, your mum and dad can teach you about taxes.
Yeah,
do you know what I
It's
mean?
not their job. It's the teacher's job.
No,
but
everyone does taxes. Why would a teacher want to tell you about taxes?
Why would a teacher want to tell you how to use a calculator?
Because that's what they've been trying to do in university.
Fucking hell. I fucking hope not.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, if you want to be a teacher,
English, I'd defend. That's very important as an English teacher. In my opinion.
I guess so, yeah.
In my opinion, I'd defend an English teacher a lot. But go on, Callum. I want to hear yours.
Yeah, I just feel like it depends what subjects you pick.
Okay, I agree.
Because obviously you can pick subjects that won't help you, or you can pick subjects that will help you. Like, so I did business, so I learned a lot of things that I probably will need later on in life. Obviously not right now, but obviously in say 5-10 years I might need some of the stuff I've learned.
Okay.
And like with IT as well. So a lot of the stuff I learned and that I use now.
Yeah. I did business in year 10. Do you know what I learned?
Probably fuck all, you can say. Yeah.
Fuck all about business. I learned nothing about business at all.
I'm gonna chime in. I did a travel and tour, not naming where, but at college, yeah. And all year, I was actually really passionate about the course. I wanted to do it and everything. All year, this is what the work was. Give you like a PowerPoint, yeah, not with even just stuff to like for you to copy down. I get we have to do some of the research, but when a teacher's just getting us to copy down work, blah blah blah, without teaching, I think makes me think like, why the fuck am I doing this course? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the difference between level 2 and level 3 in this country, isn't it? Like if you were doing level 3, I guarantee it wasn't like that.
Yeah, but they have to get paid. They get paid for even being exciting teachers in level 1. Never mind level 2.
Yeah,
So,
it's true. Very true.
but I agree that level 1's like level 3. Sorry, I don't even agree that they should treat level 3, 2, or 1 differently. Obviously, the work's going to be different, but the teaching methods should be the same.
Yeah, media level 3 seemed like it was going to be a blast. And then they said my grades weren't good enough, even though I passed everything.
That's
And
what I mean.
I passed 2 exams, and I didn't even go for the fucking to pick up my second exam because they said you weren't on it anyway. So I was like, well, why the fuck do I need to pick up my second exam when I've already passed it? And you still didn't put me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I guarantee I know more about movies and the media than those teachers that we had. Even though they were very
Probably.
good. Even though they were very good. But when
Debatable.
one of the teachers says they'd fucking written for Brookside and Hollyoaks, you go, okay, well, you know.
You haven't.
I mean, that's not really a great achievement to me. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So
Nice little fan story you have.
yeah,
But
exactly. Yeah.
No, I agree that with some teachers we've been, but like, are we blaming the teachers or the education system because the teachers have their own methods of teaching, and if they're shit, we can't just blame schools. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you probably blame the education system for that.
yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go for Jack's because I do agree with you in a lot of points. So 2-2.
Sweet.
Right. This is where you guys tell us the ones you came up with. So who wants to go first?
Do you want to go first, Callum?
Yeah, go on. So mine was go to uni versus go straight into work.
Okay.
So for going to uni, obviously it kind of depends what it is you want to do, because for certain things you might not need to go to uni, but for some things you do. But if you do, it teaches you a hell of a lot more than what you learned in the previous years, and it'll set you up better in life. And even though, yeah, it's a lot of debt, what a lot of people don't realise is you have to be earning a certain amount of money before you actually start paying it. I think you've got to earn about 25 grand a year, 26 grand. And even then, they only take about £9 off you a month.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. And they just waive it off after I think 30 years or something.
Yeah, I think, yeah, must be.
So it's definitely worth, obviously, like I said, depending on what you're doing, going to uni as opposed to just getting straight out into the world.
Uni will give you a lot more job opportunities as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a friend who has a degree in reptiles and plants and stuff, right?
Okay.
Do you know what he does now?
Go on.
Finance.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, okay, I do. Yeah, you're making a lot of sense because loads of people do that. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. You know, people who go to uni have a lot of aspirations and stuff like that, and most of them don't amount to where they want to go.
Okay.
Which is a shame because, you know, everyone should follow their dreams if they have them. And,
Yeah,
you know, if you're ambitious, you should
at the
go.
end of the day,
Absolutely.
can you not blame that person for not doing what they originally did?
Well, yeah, you can actually. Yeah, yeah. Again, as I say, I have another mate who's learning how to be a psychologist. He's gone through 6, 7 years of training, and I don't know where he is now, but you know, to go through 6 to 7 years when you could go out and get a job.
Yeah, but you can still be earning money on the side of going to uni. Like, if
absolutely
if I wanted to, I could go full time because I'm only in 2 days a week.
True. Yeah. True. And you work as well, don't you?
Yeah, so I could go full time work if I wanted to.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Okay.
Well, what I did is I took a year off to come back here. And then I ended up going back to Australia and then coming back. And so I didn't go straight into work or anything. It took me years to find a job. So after high school had finished, I took a gap year, went in to find a job.
Hey!
and I couldn't find a job. So I think Callum should probably get the point, to be honest, because I don't really have
Yeah,
it.
because I was gonna say, I've not done what people are doing with uni, but I don't regret it because I've never wanted.
Yeah,
to
at the end
but
of the
I
day,
agree.
it depends
Yeah.
if it's for the person, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
regret,
no, but
I regret not being smart enough to actually, think about going to a university. I
Yeah,
wasn't
but
even smart
see,
enough for college, so
see, I don't regret my decision because I left. I left and went straight into work. But I agree that it's more beneficial for people's careers. So I'm not gonna think about myself. I'm gonna think it overall. So I'm gonna give Callum the point.
yeah, the people who go
Yeah.
to who get a job straight out of high school, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Like
you just want to
apprenticeship,
start investing in your life straight away.
yeah, apprenticeships and stuff like that. You don't need you have a degree um over someone who doesn't, basically, as well. You're all going separate ways, but you're all coming together at some point anyway to say this is what we did with our lives.
Yeah, I'm just
Um,
picking uni because on the higher road you're gonna get a better profession than most people if you manage to get what you want.
Yeah, you hope
Yeah.
so. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do hope so, don't you?
Yeah. So God, Callum, it's 3-2, right? Jack, reveal your last one.
Mine was is it better to have loved and lost and not loved at all?
Okay, what have you
Probably
gone for?
the only reason is because I couldn't really think of anything, and I just remembered one of the questions in our Q&A that said it, and it kind of
Hey,
floored me
before
'cause
that,
it's like
you
the
guys
second
might
one.
God, you guys might be getting a special Q&A soon, just to let you all know. But carry on.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, you might do. Hopefully, in a bit. Yeah, soon.
100%
So,
God, Karen.
so I thought, well, that's an interesting one. So I did. It's better to have loved and lost because I think that kind of makes you who you are, basically, and you develop a lot of learning. Develop a lot of learning when you've loved and lost, rather than never to have loved. Because if you've never loved, then how do you know how to come back from a certain situation if you've never experienced it? So you go through ex-girlfriends or whatever, and you go, okay, well, that led me to that, and that led me to that. Now, if you've never loved, where does that leave you? Do you know what I mean? If you've never
Yeah.
felt anything like that, so that's why I picked Love and Lost, because I feel
Okay.
like it makes you who you are.
Okay.
I
On Callum.
mean, I agree with you. Just giving the point.
Excellent.
To be honest, Callum, if you gave
I
me the
mean,
best speech in the world, he was
you
still
would
getting
have
the
still
point.
you
So,
would have still given him the point.
so
Yeah.
it's 4-all, yeah.
Well, basically, what we did with our questions is we said we would pick one each, but really we're picking because we know we're going to win it.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not picking it
Yeah.
because it's a question.
But this
I
is the
picked
round.
that because I was
It
like, oh,
is.
no, that's
It is
pretty
literally just a
win.
3 point for each of
Yeah.
us, isn't it?
I was like,
But
that's easy to win. So it's a free
this
point. You
this is the
start
round that's
off
gonna
with a
fuck
free
one of you
point.
though.
What?
This is the round that's gonna fuck one of you though, because you might both, because as we've said before, this round it's a surprise one, so you don't know, so you might both agree on it, but it's the
Are
first
we
one that
almost
says it.
over? Are we almost finished?
Yeah, we've done quite. This is the last one, but obviously I've got another thing to say after this, so we'll probably another few minutes after it.
Oh, sweet. This is a
So,
pretty short one. Excellent.
yeah,
That's
the other
cool.
bit, the
Easy
first
for
one.
me.
Yeah, the first one was quite short anyway, but anyway,
Oh, sweet. Okay.
yeah, let's go for it. In America, should abortion be illegal or legal?
I'll go legal. Do you want me to
Shit.
go first, Jack?
Well, yeah, you may as well. You fucking you
I,
fucked me.
I was fucking waiting.
Fucked me. Bit like I
You
did
would.
on the first one. You've done to
Yeah,
me what I
yeah.
did to Tiago, so
No,
I can only applaud.
I'm taking your revenge for you, Tiago.
Yes.
So yeah, it should be legal because at the end of the day, that baby could be a health risk to a woman, or it could be the result of a rape.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, do you want to live with a child you know that was conceived through rape? Or you just can't afford to have a child at that moment in time. At the end of the day, everyone deserves to have a choice what they want to do with their body.
Yeah.
Jack?
I don't think killing something that isn't even born yet is right. Obviously, if circumstances change and you don't want a baby and you don't want to go through with it, that's fair enough. But I feel like some people aren't fit to be parents. Put it that way.
They're not.
It's true.
Yeah.
You see it in this town a little bit. To be honest with you, you see crackheads with
Oh my god.
and chavs, and
He's not wrong. He really isn't wrong.
I'm actually not wrong.
Yeah, no.
And you see a little, you see a little kid in a pram, and the guy's wearing fucking tracksuits down to his ass, and the mum's fucking morbidly obese, and you just think, why? Why are you
Yeah.
putting that child through that? You know, you're growing up with no money, you're poor.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
the end
That's
of
a
the day,
shame.
it's not
That's a
giving a kid a fair chance at life if you're not ready to have a kid.
Exactly.
I think we need to throw one more shot in the parenthood in this town. I'm giving a shot to. I don't even know if you guys know people that doing it, but I'm doing it. This town's full of parents taking their kids out into lockdown. The fucking
Yeah.
town is busy as fuck, so fuck you all. When we
Yeah.
get our second wave, you cunts.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
But anyway, carry on.
That's not just this town. That's whole of the
No,
UK.
whole of
Fucking
England, yeah.
idiots. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's funner talking about our town.
Yeah.
That's why it's
It,
funner.
it hurts people more.
But yeah, and sometimes you do the second guess, and you're sort of like, well, why? But then I think to myself, it's a child. Why would it's a
Yeah.
child? You know, like why that child could grow up to be this big, huge star.
But then it could also grow up to be the worst serial killer in our town's history.
Exactly. It's very, very
What is
true.
going? Why
What
is
the
it
fuck
the
was
one?
that?
One of the dads has
My
heard me. You
stepdad's
know?
throwing cans away.
One of the dads has heard me, and he's coming for me now.
Right.
You know,
Well,
I'm not fucking finished yet. Hang on.
I've got my mind made up, but you keep going.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, if you've already made up your mind, I was leading up to it though, because I sort of agreed with Callum, and then I pulled back, and I was like,
Yeah, I noticed you were just kind of backing up all my points.
You
I'm like,
were.
that's not
yeah.
how this
But
works.
then I was gonna say, fuck, I forgot. Yeah, I was gonna say abortion shouldn't be legal because it's a loss of life, isn't it? You know, you
Okay.
actually are murdering. You actually are murdering.
Yeah, you are.
And murder is illegal.
So go to jail. I'm joking.
Put it up for adoption. Go through
Okay.
that pain so you know.
Yeah, but it's like I said, what if there's complications and the mother is at a serious risk of death?
Well, that's a chance you take, isn't it? It's a chance it's a chance you will take. Do you know what I mean? Just for the life, to give life to something else.
Oh, but what if there's a chance both of them are going to die?
Again, it's a chance you take, isn't it? Like, are you willing to take the chance to do that? Do you know what I mean?
You have to be fucking mental too.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, we're young.
Oh shit.
Well,
sorry.
I'm slightly older. You know, a lot of. Do you know
Jack's
what?
Jack's
Do you know what?
actually on his 5th abortion.
Exactly. You know what? Fuck it. Give Callum the point.
Okay, let me
'cause
explain why then. Let me explain why.
There's just no
Let me-
point.
There's a reason why. I personally, I would hate to have a partner that I would want to abort. It would kill me, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
But my philosophy is everybody is free to do whatever they want with themselves. Be
That's
gay,
what I'm like with it.
be
Like,
bisexual, be straight, do anything, have a kid, don't have a kid. You should be entitled to whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm going with you should be able to, because it's your right to do what you want. Obviously not
Yeah.
kill somebody, but yeah. But
Yeah, of
that's-
course. Yeah. But you know, you are still murdering someone. That's something that's not even born yet. Like, how bad would you feel if
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. I'd
How
feel
bad would you
horrible
feel?
if my girlfriend would want to abort, but
exactly you go through all that trouble
yeah.
just to say, oh yeah, you know, one day you've got this magical thing living inside you. If you think kids are magical, cool. You know,
Jack does.
no, you've got this thing inside you, and you go, okay, and then the next day it's being flushed out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how would you live with yourself if that happened? Obviously,
100%.
circumstances, of course, but
Yeah.
I should have said that before you made up your mind, but I didn't.
Maybe.
It's
Right.
too late now.
We have a loser. Jack Smedley. Fuck you for beating me last time. Right. What is
so
your punishment?
Do you just remember what the punishments were?
Yeah, I do.
We not pick our punishment.
No, you can't.
Oh, that's bullshit.
No, you can't.
Do you remember what they were, Jack?
Nope.
So it was reveal a secret, eat a raw egg, eat a spoonful of sauce, spray deodorant in your mouth, let the other, or control the other person's social media.
I really
Okay.
don't.
So
know
I
which
had
one
controlled yours.
I know which
Right.
one I want.
Which one did you want, Tiago?
What?
Which one did you want?
I wanted you to control his social media.
Well, he has to eat a raw egg.
Do I really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still beautiful. Are we doing that today or next one?
Don't know. Jack, do you want to go and eat a raw egg now?
I can't be asked going downstairs.
We'll do it. We'll do what we did with the other one. We'll start it at the beginning.
I'll bring it for the next one,
Yeah,
and then
that's what I mean.
you guys can see it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
cool.
So basically, eating a raw egg, I'm just going to crack the egg and.
Or you can just put it in a glass or something if you want.
Oh, well, how is that a punishment?
That is disgusting.
Yeah,
I'd rather shave
that
my
does sound
head.
vile, yeah.
I'd rather
Well,
shave my head.
I eat 4 to 6 eggs every morning. How the
Oh.
fuck is that a punishment?
Nah,
Do
I can't
you
it.
have them raw?
What?
Do you have them raw?
No, I've had them raw before. Though.
Oh.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
want right? Fine, we'll spin it again.
Do
Do
you
you want a
want another
harder
one?
I've got
punishment?
no idea how that's a punishment.
Do you
To be
want a harder
perfectly
one?
honest with you.
I can spin it again if you want me to.
Nah, because I don't want to do the sauce. So
Exactly. So stop complaining.
because I don't have any.
All right. Just do that one then, and then. But you know what? That's a hint. Next time we'll fucking up it if you want.
Yeah, we'll make them more brutal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With time. more-
Suggest punishments in the comments.
Yeah. But with time, definitely, we're gonna up the punishments. I think with each episode.
Guys, if anyone comments, which they probably won't, which is
No.
good, don't say stupid fucking shit like, oh,
Yeah.
get him to shave his beard, because it's not
Yeah.
gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Or shave your eyebrows. Fuck off. Why would I want to do that? That's
Yeah.
just stupid. It's not a
And,
punishment.
Do ones that you actually think will do.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly.
but don't make them nice. Don't make them nice.
Yeah.
We want
I've already
difficult
embarrassed myself more this week. I'll tell you a story off camera.
ones. Oh no.
All
Right. So everybody, thank you for that. But before we get there, I'm trying to change up the video a bit. I always start off asking, "How your week's been?" Let's end it with that. Let's see how have your week's been then.
So we've got no question this week.
No.
What's new? What's new?
What's new?
What's new? I'll start off with mine. This week, what have I done different? I got bailed on for my Cards Against Humanity.
Did you?
Yeah, you did.
Did
yeah.
you?
That was fun. Thank
Yeah,
you guys.
yeah.
Thank you for you two turning up.
It's alright.
That's okay.
I saw my nephews from 2 meters apart. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. But besides that, it's just been exercise, sleeping, and podcast. You guys?
I've not really done much, to be fair. Just been doing college work, so I've got that due in. That's about it, really. Obviously, Cards Against Humanity last night. We had that, which was our most fun I've had in a while.
Do you know what's
Yeah,
depressing?
it was pretty shit, wasn't
Do
it?
you know what's depressing? Our life's so boring at the minute. It was probably one of the most entertaining things I've done this week, and there was 3 people on.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Go on, Jack. What have you done then?
Nothing. Exercising as much as I can, obviously. I always do that anyway. Fuck all. Masturbating a shit ton, to be honest.
It's healthy for you.
Yeah, it is.
Very healthy.
More than I care to tell you.
Okay, I'll retrieve what I just said. It's not healthy for you.
Yeah, it's it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Put it that way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's honestly it.
I mean-
That's all I've been doing.
You said it was just us 3 last night, but you seem to be forgetting Cookies and Willard last night.
Come on.
Tiago.
Say, and we had Caitlin on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, That was a strange Cards Against Humanity.
That was the most brutal one. It would have been the funniest one if everybody joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my cards were lethal. It was pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. But anyway, it's fine. Thank you guys for watching this. The third one will come out whenever, but there'll definitely be a third one because it's time for me to go up against Wardell. And
True.
yeah, sign us off, Callum, I guess.
Be sure to leave a like on the video, comment down below, punishments or just anything, suggestions for podcasts. Make sure you subscribe, follow socials in the description, and we'll see you later.